I'm going to take a few minutes here to put many of the lessons that we've been learning throughout this course to good use, specifically the things that you've just learned about working with clips. So we've got a live set that we're going to use to create an arrangement by working in the session view, and we're going to record that arrangement into the arrangement view, and then from there export the final song. So I have a live set here with a large number of audio clips, and these clips are all included with this course, as is this live set. So you can follow along by creating your own set from the clips by opening the live set that we've got included with this course, or by using your own loops to create a completely different set and just following along by using some of these concepts to create your own music. Let's take a look at the individual clips in this set and talk about some of the things that I've done to prepare this arrangement here. Now the first thing we've got here is a beat in my beat 1 track, and I've done some envelope editing here to cut out a piece of the loop that I didn't think worked with this live set. And I've got some other beats in the set that are essentially the same as they were when they were loaded. Next up, I've got a guitar clip, and this has been, let me hear that by itself. This has been raised 1 semitone. And I have a bass clip that's been raised 4 semitones. Both the guitar and bass clip have been switched to the tones algorithm. I've got an organ clip that is in beats algorithm, and that is essentially unchanged. And I have a synthesizer soundscape that's been transposed 12 semitones using the complex algorithm. Now those are the loops that make up my verse scene. In my chorus scene, I have essentially the same exact loops with the one drum beat switched out, and in this case, each of the melody loops has been transposed down 2 semitones from wherever the settings are in the verse scene. For my break scene, I have one of the drum beats and the bass clip, and I'm going to use those to improvise over a bit by using my guitar clip here, where I've adjusted the quantization, the launch quantization to 1/8, and I've also got 2 clips on this delay track where I've added Live's ping pong delay effect. We'll be looking at delays and other effects in more detail in future lessons, but I wanted to throw something into the mix here that I could improvise with, and the delay effect works very well for that. So these are both just copies of other loops that appear in the live set. I've got my beat from over here and my organ from right here. So with all these in place, we're pretty much ready to go ahead and start the recording process. Now the way we want to start things off is to make sure that all the clips are stopped and that the live set is returned to the beginning position of the arrangement up here. And I'm going to go ahead and click the global record button. And as soon as I begin recording, as soon as I begin playback of any scene or clip, you'll see the recording actually happening up here in real time. So I'm going to start things off by launching a clip, and then launching a beat, then launching the entire verse scene. And I'm going to let this play through a couple times. And then I'm going to launch my chorus. And I'll let this play once and go back to the verse. And now let's get into the improvisation. back into my chorus. And we're going to finish things off with another round of the verse. And I'm going to stop the clips. Let this keep going a little bit. Now I could keep adding new clips and scenes here, but I'm just going to let it run for a little bit. Click the stop button, and you can see up here that my arrangement has been recorded. So now we're going to switch over to the arrangement view, and you can see here that I've got all of the arrangements, all of the scenes that I launched, the individual clips that I launched, and the improvisation have all been recorded into the arrangement view. I'm going to hide the browser here so we've got a little more room to work. Now I can go in here and I can make further adjustments by moving clips around, by dragging, increasing the length of a clip. But for right now, I'm going to leave this arrangement as it is. And I'm going to click the loop brace here and show you that this is actually the amount of time in the live set that will be exported is set by this brace up here. So if I want to export just one small section, I can do that by setting that as the amount, or I can export the entire song by selecting the entire song. Now I want to create a fade out for my track. Actually, before I do that, let me also show you that you can listen back to the entire set by going to the beginning and clicking the play button, or you can use the scrub feature, moving your mouse right up in here, and play back individual sections. And that's great for just quickly hearing a part, seeing if you want to fix it or edit it. So as I said, we could make further edits if we wanted to, but for right now, I think we're just going to go ahead and create our fade out and export it. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select a track, actually a clip here, and I'm going to use the key command, Command A, or Control A on a PC, to select all of my clips, and I'm going to drag this out and use this extended period here to create my fade out. Now I want to make sure that the master track is showing by clicking the master track unfold button. I've got the mixer showing, and I've got track volume automation chosen, and I'm going to double click here and create some breakpoints, and let's hear the fade out that I've just created. So that works pretty well. Now I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to create my fade by zooming in at the very end. And I want the live set to export just a little bit past the fade. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm going to select the loop brace, and I'm going to choose Export Audio Video from the File menu. Now this brings up the Export Audio Video dialog window here. Now I want to make sure that I'm rendering from my master track, not from a specific track. I'm going to turn normalize off because I'm going to be doing my normalizing in a third-party audio editor. I'm going to keep render as loop off because I'm not exporting a loop. I'm choosing AIFF for my file type, but you could choose either WAV or AIFF. It really doesn't matter which you choose. Convert to mono is turned off because I don't want to export a mono track. I want to keep my stereo field. I'm going to choose a sample rate and a bit depth, 44:116. That's fairly standard, especially if you're burning to CD. I'm going to leave my dither options as triangular, though I do have a number of different dither options here. This is the default setting. Create analysis file is going to stay off. Now you'd want to create an analysis file if you were exporting a file that you were going to re-import back into live, especially a large file. and we're not working with video here at all. So as you can see, my range has been set by selecting the loop brace, and I've got a range going all the way to my 37th measure, which is right there. You can see 37.3.1. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to choose a location for my live song, and I'm going to come up with a name. And click the Save button, and Live is rendering the audio to disk, and as you can see, it does that pretty quickly. Speeding up as we get closer to the end here, slowing down a little bit. And my file has been exported. I'm going to go ahead, open up my folder where my live song is contained, and let's play that back. And there you have it.